Good evening. We have analyzed their definitive competition paths. We have meticulously forecasted their commercial viability, their grassroots touring strategies, and their potential to break the infamous American Idol curse through aggressive fandom manipulation. But tonight, in this extended, deep-dive final installment of our special investigative series, we move past the theoretical drafts and confront the uncompromising, numerical reality of the modern music business. Following their highly anticipated debut studio album releases, we now report exclusively on the definitive market reception, the actual global chart performance, and the critically polarized reaction of the American music industry to the artistic output of Season 24's Hannah Harper and Season 23's veteran powerhouse, Jamal Roberts. Here is our final, comprehensive market reality report, analyzing the architecture of actual fame. Imagine possessing all the critical acclaim and technical mastery in the modern world, only for the brutal, data-driven algorithm to completely ignore you. This is the uncompromising reality facing Jamal Roberts, and it reveals a seismic shift in the definition of a global rhythm and blues icon. We must talk about the hard numbers, a data point from a journalistic perspective that separates fame from true Billboard dominance. Transitioning from our previous commercial forecasting models, we can now report that Jamal Roberts' debut album, which was strategically positioned as a prestige, genre-crossing R&B and gospel hybrid, critically struggled to achieve significant mainstream penetration on the Billboard Hot 100, despite debuting comfortably within the R&B top 5 and securing substantial prestige streaming playlist placement. Our investigation, backed by primary market analysis of streaming data, reveals that Roberts prioritized artistic consistency and complex songwriting over chasing viral hooks, a decision that cemented his critical acclaim but hampered his broad pop radio commercial appeal in a market currently dominated by rapid-fire digital virality. Major corporate brands and luxury sponsors are actively monitoring this high-level, prestige engagement. Jamal's fandom, often fiercely protective of his technique, has been forced to shift their strategy. The Roberts Purist's fandom acts as an incredibly aggressive public relations machine, constantly isolating and sharing his intricate vocal runs, openly comparing his artistic choices to Stevie Wonder or Luther Vandross. However, their coordinated digital attacks on streaming platforms and radio request lines have, as of this reporting period, only yielded moderate gains. This commercial result critically highlights the modern dichotomy: a technically superior artist, a trusted prestige brand who can deliver a flawless live performance, yet who is still waiting for that one single transformative moment that merges undisputed musical mastery with inescapable, global commercially driven pop fame. The marketplace, it seems, remains prestige play ready, but pop radio remains resistant to non-trend-seeking vocal perfection. Fandom loyalty can fuel a grassroots touring operation, but can it actually dominate the brutal reality of the Billboard 200 chart? Hannah Harper is currently answering that question with a masterclass in algorithm manipulation that has completely shattered traditional industry expectations. Transitioning now to the other side of this historic debate, we report on the explosive commercial arrival of Hannah Harper's debut Americana Country studio album. Our exclusive primary market reporting can confirm that Harper, following our previous analysis of her strategic country festival touring approach, successfully translated digital disciples into aggressive physical album buyers and digital downloaders, bypassing the standard radio promotion gatekeepers to secure a shocking debut in the top 20 of the Billboard 200, a position usually reserved for established pop icons. Her management team acutely understood that her core demographic, the Heartland, parents, and country Americana crossover audience that drove her viral social media growth, craves unfiltered, grounded authenticity over highly produced Hollywood glitz. By inviting her highly coordinated community, the Harper Heartland, directly into her daily struggles and creative process through unfiltered TikTok and Instagram content, she completely bypassed traditional marketing avenues to build a profound parasocial relationship. When the actual debut studio album finally dropped, these followers did not just passively stream it. Primary data points show they aggressively purchased physical vinyl copies and concert tickets because they felt they fundamentally helped build her career. Her strategic move definitively proves that in the modern music economy, relentless relatability and unwavering digital transparency are the ultimate impenetrable armor against the idol curse. She is effectively building an impenetrable fortress of loyalty that traditional major label marketing dollars simply cannot buy, solidifying her long-term viability as a major niche superstar within the country and Americana ecosystems. While chart data can provide a numerical snapshot of consumer demand, the true litmus test of an artist's potential long-term cultural impact often lies in the brutal, uncompromising critical reviews of their professional creative peers. As an investigative look into the actual artistic output of these two champions, we must examine what music critics and industry heavyweights are saying about their creative execution. We can report that the critical reaction to their album releases is deeply polarized. Jamal Roberts' album was almost universally praised by prestigious music critics for its technical brilliance, its vocal control, and its sophisticated blend of classic R&B and gospel hybridity. Many reviews openly labeled it a masterpiece of pure vocal technique. However, it was also widely criticized by mainstream pop critics for being technically perfect but emotionally sanitized, lacking the specific songwriting hooks and the visceral, relatable, high-stakes, controversial perspectives that current pop music trends demand. Hannah Harper's album, on the completely opposite end of the digital spectrum, received deeply divided reviews. While critics who value authenticity and country-based storytelling praised its raw, visceral honesty and acoustic intimacy, traditional pop vocal critics often dismissed it as technically simple and musically safe, lacking the high-tier production values expected of a major American Idol champion in 2026. This digital warfare between the technical purists defending Roberts' masterpiece and the authenticity advocates celebrating Harper's rawness has completely dominated the entertainment news cycle and social media commentary. This rivalry is symbiotic, as both fan bases coordinate attacks, effectively generating millions of daily impressions that elevates both of their market capitalizations simultaneously. The industry itself is now caught in a deadlock, debating whether it values absolute vocal mastery or inescapable, relatable authenticity. As the digital dust finally begins to settle on this historic, two-year, cross-season rivalry, one indisputable fact emerges from the actual Billboard data. The traditional American Idol playbook hasn't just been rewritten, it has been completely shredded and replaced by a powerful new digital model. When synthesizing the actual chart performance, the polarized critical reviews, and the aggressive fandom manipulation tactics of both fan armies, the overarching conclusion is that the future of modern entertainment has officially arrived. The television cameras have gone dark, but the true war for cultural relevance is being fought right now, and the rules of engagement are entirely digital. Roberts' prestige play proves that elite talent will always command ultimate respect and high-tier industry investment, even if the road to pop radio is steep and unyielding. Harper's authenticity economy proves that deep, sustained digital connection and emotional transparency is the newest, most aggressive currency of massive, commercially viable fame. The defining question for the television executives and casting directors currently scrambling in Los Angeles to assemble the milestone season 25 of American Idol is no longer simply about finding a technically superior singer or a contestant with a good backstory. They are now actively hunting across the country for the ultimate entertainment anomaly, a unicorn who miraculously possesses Jamal Roberts' jaw-dropping technical mastery and commanding stage dominance, combined flawlessly with Hannah Harper's innate, magnetic ability to connect intimately with a smartphone lens. As we sign off on this special extended investigative series, the defining question is no longer who had the better journey on the show. The ultimate million-dollar question is which of these two brilliant, divergent artists will successfully leverage their powerful digital armies and their actual artistic output to truly, permanently conquer the global charts and secure their legacy in the history of American music. The audience holds the power, the ruthless algorithm is waiting, and the real battle has only just begun. This has been a special extended investigative series on the architecture of modern stardom. Good night and thank you for watching.